What's up, man? How you doing, man? How you doing over there in Orlando, bro?
With you guys, Kmac and Muggz.
Yeah.
What's going on in the back?
Oh, man, you know I got the late show over here. You know, I'm really Warriors fan, but I got the late show because I was at the game, a little picture, so I had to put it in the background just to show love to the hoops, you know. It's all about, man, we talking hoops,
We're talking smack.
football, and we're talking culture, and we're talking business, too. Yeah, man, what do you got on the slate, man?
Man, first off, man, we got to tell them how long we've known each other, bro. Like, this isn't something that we just throwing together. We've been actively staying in touch since what? How far we go back, man?
Hey, man, we go back since 12,
Yes.
6th grade, 7th grade, 6th grade?
Sixth grade.
Yeah, 6th grade, man, like 11, man. That's crazy.
Too many that I can call, that I could say that I've known since 6th grade, man. But Kmac is that guy.
I mean, I'm not going to say how old we are, but, you know, we up
You
there.
can do all that, man.
Yeah. I mean, like, we up there, man. We've been in the game for, man, you could call us some OGs for sure. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. So Kmac, man, has been around the way. I'm going to ask you some stuff because you just said Golden State is your home team, but you from the town.
Yeah.
Let's just get that straight.
Of course.
You've been out in LA more than what, half your life you was out there?
Yeah, man. I mean, I've been in California for my 15 years. I was back and forth from LA to Seattle.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah, man. I'm excited to get this going. Just start popping it, man.
Yeah, of course, man. We're going to be talking sports. Everybody, give us some lenience right now because first pod right now, man. And we just trying to just take it, cool back, and talk about some things. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing major. Something light.
So what's going out there in Florida, man? Where you at, man? What's going on out there with you, man?
Man, it's the same old two-step, man. I've been ripping and running out here, man, just trying to maintain. But I've been doing a lot of good things. Working with kids still, man. I've been doing that for a while. But yeah, man, it's the same old. I miss the town, but I don't.
Yeah, you don't miss that cold and rain, huh?
I don't miss that cold, man. You know, I'm out here with the palm trees. It's like 78 today.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's how it is in LA. Yeah, man, we gonna see what's up. Yeah, man.
Okay, so being out here, man, everybody's like, I've been out here since 2016, and everybody's like, man, you might as well just trade in all that Seattle stuff and become a Magic fan and woo. I'm like, nah, man. But then Paulo came down here, and that's, I mean,
Banchero?
Yeah, Paulo Banchero. Yeah, people from the town. You got DeJounte Murray. You got, Paulo. We can go on and on. You could throw some names out there.
Like the old school names or the current names?
I'm talking about anybody. Let's talk about anybody.
Hey, man, I'll go all the way back to like 95, man. Man, you got Jason Terry. You know, man, you got Donald Watts. I mean, like, you got Mike Pearson. Don't let me forget about Jamal Crawford.
You have to throw that in Nate. I mean, okay, so we might as well just spit them all out. Would you consider your guy? I'll let you talk on him. Portland Trailblazers hurt himself, man.
B-Roy.
Been one of the best.
B-Roy's cold, man. He was like.
Would you consider him a Northwest native? Because where's he from?
Oh, he from Seattle. What you mean? He from?
Where you go to high school?
Oh man, he went to Garfield.
Where's he from, bro? Isn't he from Cali?
I don't think he's from California. But all I know is that he went to high school out there. I mean, the reason why I know that is because I played against his older brother. So yeah, man, he's from Seattle.
Okay, so when these guys make it big, okay, let's say you made it big. You went and got you a fat contract, 92 M's. Is that changing the way that you move, man? Like that your friendships and along with that, people are gonna be holding out their hands. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that changing how you move?
Obviously, like you gotta change your group, environment because I mean, like a lot of people are gonna be asking for stuff. You got your close family, you got the outside family, man. You got the friends, man. They asking for this, man. They asking for that, man. They asking for. I need to start a business. Hey, man. Let me get 10. Let me get 10 rack. Let me get 20 rack. Sometimes you just gotta say no, right? And you might burn some bridges. It just is what it is. I mean, it's a part of the game. Be careful. That's all it is, People are always going to be envy of you, right? That's what it is. It's always going to be haters. Like, you just got to move a little bit different, man. You got to not be in the clubs, splurging. Like, these young cats, especially when they get money, man, they be going all out. I've seen it back in the day, man. I used to go to Hollywood back in the day. And back in the day, they was out there.
He was out there, bro.
They was out there.
He was out there.
And I was young. And I seen it. I was like, man. I mean, but nowadays, man, these guys are making so much money, man. It's ridiculous. It's not even funny. Like, it's not even
I think there needs to be more of like, because you hear all these stories about these young guys, man, that just go broke. I mean, even old heads, right? Like cats that made all this money, but they didn't know how to manage it.
Right.
I think they're starting to put stuff in place to where they're trying to game them up a little bit on that end, like how to manage their money. But
yeah, of course. Especially, okay, so now that you brought that up, I want to bring up the topic of NIL and how the money is getting into their hands at an earlier age, even in high school.
Is that killing it? Like,
yeah, no, I mean, it's not killing it. I mean, it's well deserved, but I do think there needs to be some like controlling around it. You need to have like more contracts in place so these kids, yeah, they get their money, but then they stay at the school for like a year or 2 or 3 years at least. You know what I'm saying? But
I think it's a generational thing, because let's take it a step further. We can dig deeper. TikTok. These people that are making money at a young age off TikTok. It's just crazy. Like, do you think that it would have changed how we would have, like, where we're at today if we had access to the stuff that they have access to now at such a young age?
I think the older generation would have still done the same thing, but since there's not a lot of cameras out everywhere you go, I mean, there still was a lot of craziness going on, but it wasn't documented, right? Now it's documented now. So
documented.
Yeah, these kids have to be careful. They got to move different,
Yeah.
But they still wilding. But I mean, it's still a point to where they're getting so much money than like the old heads, So yeah, man, it's
crazy, man. It's a crazy time. I mean, it's you can capitalize on it, like if you get in there. But I think what it's doing is it's killing the culture, though, bro. Like, it trickles down, right? Okay, so for instance, with the basketball program that I'm running, the AAU program,
yeah,
the parents are starting to shop their kids, and it's kind of ugly at times. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're shopping their kids around. They don't get what they want. They're bouncing to another program. And what is that teaching the kids? Like,
nowadays, right? There's so many programs.
Oversaturated.
Back when I played, there was only one AAU program in like one county.
Yeah,
right?
CAYA.
It was CAYA in Seattle, and Seattle United maybe just started a little bit afterwards, and then it was the Eastside All Stars, where where I played and stuff, and then you had like the North team with Luke, what's that kid's name? Ridnour.
Yeah.
He was up north killing cats, and so like we only had a few that was every year. We all played in the championship just to go to AAU nationals.
Yeah,
that's how it was. It was maybe like 2 or 3 teams. It was like a team maybe from Spokane that came over every now and then, but they wasn't any good. They wasn't messing with anybody from Seattle, the east side. But nowadays, I got nieces, and there's like 20 AAU teams in the whole area. It's crazy.
Don't get me started on trainers, because that's a whole nother monster.
Yeah, I mean, like, you got the Nike circuit, the Adidas, you got the Puma now, you got all that. It's crazy.
So we're partnered with Puma this season. I got on a Zoom call, man, and there was 260 something other coaches on the Zoom call. Just in my little town alone, Lake Nona, there's 5 programs within a 5-mile radius.
Wow.
And they come and go. A lot of them is started by, dads that they're like, whatever, I'm going to start this program. And then their kids graduate, or they find another and then they're done. So it's like they come and go like so fast.
It's the Wild Wild West. It's a money-making thing at times. The good programs that they are getting kids better in scholarships and all that stuff. And then there's the programs where it's just, okay, man, I'm taking anything, man. I'm taking like the parents' money. I don't care who you are, man. I mean, like, you can be trash. I mean, I just want to take the money, right?
Then there's the programs that you're not even practicing. They're trying to find the best players possible, come on the team, and they're just getting out there and running. What today is missing, bro, is development. Everything is downhill. Like, they just played up and down. They're throwing lobs, whatever. I'm speaking like from what I've seen out here. Bro, you get to half court stuff, it's 1-2 passes, they don't know what to do, they're shooting the ball. There's no IQ. That's what I'm trying to, bring, because the West Coast, how we get down, bro, is, man, we could have the slowest 5 cats on the floor, but we're killing you with backdoors, like downs, like all, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. The style of play right now where everybody's doing like the West Coast.
Who started that?
Yeah. I mean, what happened is that, I don't fault Curry for changing the game how he did, because he has brought excitement to the game, right? I haven't had a player like him be more exciting to watch since Jordan to me. I mean, like, I'm talking about exciting to watch, like,
bro,
like
Kobe.
Well, yeah, I mean, Kobe was exciting.
I'm not even gonna front, bro. I hated Kobe.
No disrespect. All right.
No disrespect.
I love Kobe. I mean, look, he in my top 5, but I haven't seen a player, and I love Iverson, man. I love Jason Kidd. Like I'm a guard. Like, I love that, right? But Curry he changed his game every time he hit a 3. I mean, just every time it's just excitement, bro. I mean, the crowd goes crazy.
The stuff that he be throwing up is crazy, bro.
It's crazy, bro. And so all the kids start doing it, and everybody thinks they Steph, but you can't shoot like him. You just can't shoot. It's like it's just too easy for him. It's like a layup. And that run he had in 2022 when he killed those boys in the Garden, I'm telling you, man, he was different. I'm telling you right now, 30 was different.
Hall of Fame for sure, bro. Like,
Yeah, and that's when I said, yeah, okay, like he's different now. He's different, you know.
yeah. So let me ask you this: when we get the Sonics back, because they're coming back,
Yeah,
are you hanging up that Golden State jersey?
yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna hang it up. They will be number 2. Of
Who?
course, I gotta support. Seattle.
We're sitting courtside.
Hey, I'm trying to.
First game, bro. I don't care what it takes, man.
Yeah, man. I'm on the court. I'm on the court, man.
You just mentioned some guards. Like, who was your favorite players growing up when you were hooping? Let's say from 92 to 98.
So 92, 98. Trust me, man. I'm an NBA historian. My dad, he introduced me to the Lakers Celtic rivalry in the 80s, right? So, like, from 92 to 98, obviously it was Jordan. You know, the early 90s, man, you had, like, Run TMC. You had KJ, McKevin Johnson. Hardaway, he was cold. Penny and Kid. Iverson came in 96, I think, with Kobe in, right? Stephon Marbury. All those guys were just so good. And everybody from college into the NBA, like you had Kenny Anderson. Like I love Kenny Anderson in college. He was so cold in college, and he was gonna have a dope NBA career. Same with Damon Stoudemire. He was cold at Arizona.
A lefty.
Cold at Arizona, bro. So many guards, bro. I mean, Van Exel.
Nick the Quick,
Van Exel.
Aside from Peyton and Kemp, bro, like who was a Sonic that you were like, yeah? Because I'll tell you who mine was. Man, bro, growing up, I was like you. I was always into guards. Remember Dana Barros?
Yeah, jumper. Wet.
His game was smooth, man. He was nice.
And he was, he was swole.
Yeah, he was a little
light skinned brother, but he was cold. Hey,
but you know who played like a pimp, man? Eddie Johnson. Remember Eddie Johnson? The hit boy was smooth, man.
Yeah, he was like the coldest 6-man too, huh?
He was smooth. Him, and then we had Ricky Pierce. We had some heads that they were like old smooth heads, man.
Tom Chambers came over back in the day in the late 80s. Oh, mate, a cold one that did it all. Eric McKee. He was cold.
He was nasty. He
was cold.
Boy, 6'9" over there.
He could handle the rock. He could shoot. He had dimes. He was filthy.
Let me ask you this: if you had to pick Fab Five or Running Rebels,
ooh,
college.
Now, those two teams back then, they were probably more popular than a lot of NBA teams, a lot of NBA guys.
Easy.
They weren't as popular as like Jordan and stuff, but they were close because the Fab Five, a lot of you young cats don't know, they set the trend with the black socks and the long shorts.
You remember what shoes that they had everybody buying, including man?
Oh, man, they had Barkley.
Barclays. Everybody was on the Barclays, boy.
Yeah, that. And then they also, Hirachis.
Yeah, the Hirachis came out.
Yeah,
but what about them Running Rebels, though, man? Larry Johnson.
They was just dope because I remember just like blowing out teams by like 30.
They played with that funk, man. They brought it.
Greg Anthony, Stacey Augmon, Larry Johnson. They had a squad, man. Everybody said like the 90s, man. I'm telling cats, man, it was tough back then. It was cold. I be seeing clips. What's his name? Vernon Maxwell. Remember Vernon? He be like, hey, man, these motherfuckers back there, that was cold. Y'all. Did you see that clip when Tim Hardaway was on Gil's podcast, the All-Star game?
No, I haven't
like All-Star Weekend. He was on their podcast.
That one.
And they always talk about like the 90s every now and then. And they're like, oh, man, the 90s, they weren't doing that. Man, Tim Hardaway, hey, man, he went on there and he checked all of them. He said, you couldn't handle anybody. You couldn't handle it. You couldn't. And the only person who really had a pushback was Swaggy P. I give that to Swaggy P because he was like, man.
Swaggy P wasn't.
But you know who he said? He was like, oh, man, Craig Elo. Oh, man, I would have had him. I was like, everybody, you pick Craig Elo.
He said, the Cavs?
Yeah.
The Cavs, Craig Elo. Oh, you ain't never gonna see another Muggsy Bogues ever.
Tim Hardaway, he kind of told him, Mark Price will bust your ass.
So that's what I be telling these guys. You know who the first Steph Curry was? That boy Mark Price, man.
Yeah, he had jumper, dog. He was cold.
Yeah, man, that boy was nasty.
Yeah, from Denver. What's the guy?
Raheem.
Right? Yeah.
He got the twitch.
Yeah, man.
Hey, you seen him now? That boy is still cold, man.
Yeah, he's cold.
He was in the three. What does he call it? The 3-on-3 tournament with Ice Cube.
The Big Three.
The big three, yeah. He was
Yep.
on the big three.
Yep.
Okay, so look, I'm going through the feed right now. We're looking at Seattle. So I ain't gonna lie, man. When I read this one about my guy T Lockett, man, that one hurt because I absolutely love that dude and how he carries himself, man.
Yeah, man, that kind of hurt, man. That kind of hurt.
But
But
it always got to come to an end, right?
yeah. So look, just to let everybody know, we are both diehard Seahawks
Till I die.
fans. Hawk gang all the way. All the way. Yeah. So
I think I check in on the Seahawks more than I do anything else, bro. I love football.
it's hard to watch every single game. I mean, the past 2 years, it's hard to watch it because we get so close and then we just blow it. But I mean, like we still cheer for them, man. I go to some games, especially out in LA at SoFi, man. It's it's crazy.
What do you think about DK?
I'm kind of sad he's going because he's such a threat. He's a beast. He's strong, man. He knows how to block and he can run the deep routes. Over the past year or two, he wasn't really playing as good as he can. And I don't know what it was. I thought Gino was going to just hit him every time, but he wasn't hitting him. Maybe it's because he was double teamed a lot, but he just couldn't get open. He couldn't get open.
But they were saying that he was open a lot, but he was just wasn't getting the ball. Okay, so here's what I don't like about DK. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Dude freaking gets more flags. He gets more laundry than freaking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just stupid stuff, bro. There's a lot of flags that he got that cost us the game.
Not to mention early on was fumbles that cost us a game. Like he would do and try to get extra yards with his strength, and then he fumbled.
Yeah, he was doing that late in the season too.
I just don't know if JSN. I don't know if he's the number one, man.
I was about to ask, do you think he's really that guy?
No, trust me, he's good. I believe he was a good slot receiver. He could, and he knows how to run the routes. But to be a number one, you got to be a deep threat. You got to be like attracting a double team every single play, right? And I don't know if he can do that. I mean, I might be wrong.
Yeah.
I hope I'm wrong, but I think we needed another star receiver, especially when we lost Lockett too, because he was another deep threat, and that's how JSN, man, he ate, bro.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I was sad that last year, man, because the year before that, Lockett was actually still putting up good numbers. He just was not getting the ball this season.
Hey, man, I got a question for you, man. Let's stay on the Seahawks, man. What about next season? What do you think? I mean, can they win the NFC West?
Man, bro, that's a tough one. I still think we're gonna finish 10-6.
Hey, man, that might win it. You never know.
Is that gonna be enough though? Is that gonna be enough? I mean, okay, because let's look at the Rams. Rams is starting. I mean, what they got some pieces. The 49ers is always gonna be in it. They took some L's this season, bro. Like with all them injuries and stuff. Think about McCaffrey. He was a game changer for them. When he's healthy, bro, like he was a game changer.
Yeah, but I think he's on like his last leg because he tore his Achilles and all that. And once you turn 30 and you're back, man, you're like over the hill.
Okay, so last season, let's keep it real. We could have finished
easily.
Look at the games we gave away, bro.
We could have been 2 in the NFC.
This is what I'm saying though. We lose DK, bro. We gotta sign Ernest Jones. I don't care what nobody say. When he came in halfway through the season, got rid of old boy from the Bills and sent him off to Miami, bro. That it literally like was a game changer, stopping the run game.
He was killing. I mean, the whole defense changed. It
changed, right?
Changed, yeah.
We needed somebody right in that middle, man. And I'm still sad that we got rid of B Wags because I still think he's still a good linebacker, bro. If anything, for the leadership.
Saw him last Friday at the car dealership.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So we get rid of DK. We lose. Who else are we gonna lose? T Lockett. We're gonna need a receiver.
We need deep threat. That's what we need. Like all we need now is a speed guy. We need a speed guy. So JSN
in the slot.
No, outside guy. A speed guy who is a deep threat because that brings safety over to help, and that opens up the whole middle for JSN to eat to work. You know what I'm saying,
bro? Charbonnet or K9? Who gets the ball more?
Man, so look, I love K9, but I want him to run north and south more, harder, straight line. He has talent. You have to put him in on a lot of plays, but you got to play Chardonnay more. You know me, man. I call him Chardonnay. Look, man, you got to play him more because he runs hard, bro. Hey, so look, man, let's go back to the NBA, man. So since the trade deadline, when the Warriors got Jimmy Buckets. I think they're 9-2, and they climbed all the way up to the 6th seed. Hey man, what you think about that?
Man, I think it's chemistry. Plus, he's a vet. You're bringing in a vet with some more vets. You know
Yep.
what's going to happen when they really want to play. I think at the stage that a lot of these players are in, bro, in the late stages, they just want to win, bro. Well, they're trying to, a lot of the behind the scenes stuff that we can't see, but I'm sure they have those conversations. I mean, look, Draymond, he's probably got just a couple years left.
Yeah, he got like 2. I think Steph has about 2 more like good years left, maybe.
Good
Shit,
years.
he's like 37 right now. He about to be 38.
That's crazy, bro. And he's out there killing. He's still out there killing.
We got the Lakers, man. Hey man, they got Luka.
The Lake Show.
I mean, they got a superstar, a young superstar. I think in the last 11 games they've been 9-2.
What about the Mavs? Because they took an L on that trade, bro.
The L is that Kyrie got hurt. He worked him too hard.
AD too.
He was hooping, he was killing, he was being overworked, and that just killed his knee, man. What do you mean how long he got? Man, he got an ACL today. Yeah, till like January, February, I don't know.
Yeah, that's crucial, man.
Do you have trust in younger teams like OKC and Houston, like in the playoffs, like a Houston Warrior matchup, 3-6? Of course, you want to take the Warriors, right? Or what?
You're crazy. Because look what happened last season. They got bumped out by who? Warriors.
But they playing different now, bro. They playing different.
Like they're playing a lot of help defense, right?
I don't know what kind of defense.
They're switching a lot.
Yeah, they switch, but they play tougher with him. And the reason why is because he knows how to take it to the hole, right? And he has Steph on the corner, has a few other shooters, Buddy Hield, but it opens up him to take it to the hole, opens up Steph to get the rock more because he's just sitting there and he could work, and he has somebody else to play as hard offensively, right? Like hard, like he takes it to the hole, gets the N1 every time. Just where, tough guy like that. And then you got Draymond, man. You got GP2, man. You got all those guys playing hard defense.
GP2's a dog, bro.
He's cold. He's a different breed,
I had this conversation with my nephew. Shout out Tahim, man. He's from the town, but he came down here to visit me. This fool was talking about Curry is the best ever point guard. But
yeah, but trust me, like a lot of
he doesn't play like a true point. Bro, he plays better off the ball. Coming off them picks, bro. Like
I personally think the reason why they put him at a point guard because he can't be a 2 guard, and he can't be like the best 2 guard because you got Jordan and you got Kobe, right? So they're gonna move him to point guard just to be the all-time great, right? So he's the best point guard.
Who's your favorite point guard, bro, ever?
My favorite point guard, Jason Kidd. That's just me, right?
Mine was Steve Nash, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, Steve Nash was cold, bro.
He had the coldest.
Nash, bro.
He had a cold ass 2-year run. He had a 2-year run. About the second MVP, but
bro, Nash with the long hair was nasty, bro. You know that hammer set where they drive baseline, kick it to the corner, bro. He was the master at that, dribbling all the way through, bro.
My top guards, and I love guards. They're all in my top 5, besides maybe 1. Well, actually, all my top 5 are guards. It's Iverson. It's
Iverson at the 1. Put him in order, bro. That's tough, huh?
Well, I got. But I'm not gonna put him in any order because
I bet
they're all guards. I got Iverson. I got Kidd. I got Magic. I got Jordan, and I got Kobe. That's my 5. And I got.
What are you talking about? I'm talking about point guards, bro.
I'm talking about period.
My point guards.
I'm talking about my all-time top 5. This is my personal.
Just top 5 players.
Players, yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's kill it. Let's not kill it. Let's have a conversation about Tracy McGrady, bro. Do you really feel like he was like up there with the Kobe's, with the Jordans?
You have to look
at
like
him in Paul Pierce Pierce category.
Well, you have to look at him like this. If T-Mac would have won championships, people would be saying he's in the top like 12 to like 15.
Yeah, but he didn't. That's the problem. Man.
That's the problem, right? So yeah, I don't know about Paul. I mean, Paul Pierce is good. He's great. Yeah, but he had a stacked team, man. He had KG, he had Ray, he had Ryan. I mean, he got 2. What he has 2 chips or 1?
I thought he had. Was it 2?
I think this is 1.
No,
I think this is 1. Because they beat the Lakers 1 year, and then the Lakers won it again twice, right?
Let's see, 1.
Yeah. Come on, man. Oh, man, you testing my NBA knowledge, man. Come on, man.
He said, I think he got 1. Yep.
Yeah.
Right ahead. I thought he had 2 at minimum. Nah, man, there's a lot of guards, man. I like Nash because he was an underdog. I loved how he was smooth off the middies. White boy was cold, man. But
I mean, he was cold.
One of my favorites, bro, is I just like how his swag, Nick the Quick, bro, was he was up
Yeah,
there.
Nick the Quick was tough.
Yeah, Stoudemire. I love the lefties, bro. I love
Yeah.
lefty myself, man. I love the lefties.
Another guy who you could put in that era is Stevie Franchise with
Man,
the crossover
I felt bad for that dude going through
with
all that.
bounce.
But he was cold. He was cold. Steve Franchise, Marbury.
Yeah, Marbury. Like all those guys who came up in the early 2000s, man, they was killers.
So, man, growing up, we watched a lot of And One. They were selling those VHS tapes of like Rutgers Park and And One and all that stuff. They were selling DVDs. I remember from the West Coast looking at the New York Cats, like, man, these guys play different. It was just a whole different type of game. Who do you think had the most influence?
Like the region, or just like
Yeah, just like I mean, because everybody kind of had their own like style. I just remember just them New York Cats, bro, they were a little different.
yeah. Growing up playing AAU, like a lot of the teams were all from the East Coast, like the top teams, right? They were from like Georgia, they were from New York, they were from like a lot of them were from like the Midwest too. A lot of teams were from Cali, Seattle back in the day. We weren't, as well known as we are now. Obviously, like it's a hotbed now, right? Back like in the 90s, the late 80s, later 90s, it was, I would have to say, either California or New York.
How would you define Seattle's game?
I think we have a lot of styles because you look at a guy like Jamal, right? And I played against him in high school a bunch of times. Like I played him regular season, played him in playoffs, I played him in spring ball. His style is unique, and he has a style of like New York player, like a ball player.
Yeah, he had that flagrant style.
I mean, he'll go around the back in the game, man. He'll go between your legs. He'll throw it off the glass. Right? But he also had a smart game, and he had dimes, and he knew how to play the point. And so I look at a player like him, right? But then I look at a player like Brandon Roy, when he was just so smooth and potent and fundamentally just good. Like he had no weakness to his game. His offensive game was so good. But then you got a small guy like Nate Robinson, right? Who's just athletic, man. He's just hooping, So the style is, but all I know is like the mentality is like, hey man, they'll go at anybody, right? Yeah. That's what it is. I mean, it's just a lot of talent, like a lot of guys who just hoop and who just understand the game and know how to play at a high level. And I don't know if it's the rain because like the inside just always hooping, but it just is what it is.
It is what it is.
I mean, like us, man, we hooped all the time when we were young. That's how we did. We also played football too. Hoop was my passion, right? But I just didn't grow. So that's the problem. I didn't get it.
You preaching to the choir, man.
Yeah, man. That's all it is.
Yeah, man. There's definitely pockets though, like in the town, man. You got the East Side; they'll IQ you to death. I don't know what it's like because I shouldn't say that, but like the Mercer Islands. Remember back in our day, bro? They're man 10, 12, 15 passes before they get a shot up, and you all fly around like what the. Then you go over, watch beach play or Garp, man.
Yeah, man, they up and down, man. They throwing alley hoops.
Well, let's talk about this though. Where we were at, we were talking about this earlier, bro. People don't know about the East Side, man. So like Interlake, Interlake, that's where I went. You went to Sammamish, but Interlake, there was a pocket of, let's call it for what it is, bro. It's Section 8, bro.
Yeah.
And there was people from Texas, New Orleans.
First, explain this to the people. Okay, so you got Seattle, and then you got across the water, you got a city called Bellevue. Bellevue, Washington is known to be an upper class area, right? But there's a whole nother side of Bellevue across the train tracks, and it's called Crossroads, Lake Hills area. He's talking about Crossroads, where a lot of the apartments were at, and like you said, there was Section 8 over there, so it was a whole different area, and a lot of people don't know about the area.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because people would probably be like, what is he talking about?
Yeah.
So I grew up in Skyway. Like we came straight from, we were down on Rainier, then we lived in Skyway, and then our parents was like, we're moving you guys to the East Side. We're like, what the heck is he? Bro, when we got there, it was like, I'm sorry, rich white folks. Like our neighbors, we was just like, whoa, this is a culture shock, right?
Culture shock, yeah.
But then we get to middle school, Odell, and then I'm looking around like, hold on.
This
is different. You know what I'm saying? Asian gangs, Bloods, like, you know what I'm saying?
You had everything.
You had the Crips, all them cats, man. They're just wilding out. Mexicans, Russians, we was like, whoa.
Everything.
And then you get to high school, man. It's like, we was living off that too. Back then, it wasn't EBT cards. We had the checks. We would go to the store late at night throwing groceries. Anyway, long story short, we get to like the actual school and people they know like let's take it back to the Seattle heads. At that time, they knew 425 is like, oh man, bunch of rich folks.
Yeah, but you know how it was, the Mammoth and like intertwined.
Bro, we was rivals.
Yeah, right. But I'm saying like you had people there who went to Odo, then they went to like when I went to Smash. It was kind of the same type of feeling at times, but Interlake was different. Interlake was a little more different, but at the same time, I mean, Smash had some stuff over there too, man.
Oh, you remember Mike Alexander?
I remember that name.
Oh my gosh, that's one of them cats that they should have did a documentary on, bro. Because I guarantee you, like he was like a Jamal, bro. He was his game was so nasty. He was like a fifth year senior, but he was nasty, bro.
Yeah, I think I remember hearing about him though.
He like Jamal. He had handles, bunnies jumping out the gym. Yeah, man, he was.
The crazy thing about it is that all of my friends growing up, they all went to Interlake. You and like everybody else went to Interlake, and I was about to go there.
I'm trying to get you to come over there.
I wanted to go because we hooped a lot at the open gyms right before high school. But it was one thing that kept me going to Samamsa. It was my sister, and they had just got to the 95 state championship game in hoops. And I was like, I got to go to Samamsa, man. They just got off going to the championship game in state, when they had all those guys on the team. Hey, man, you know what I'm talking
about. But tell them about that team that we put together, man, when we was out there running.
Man. Hey,
and who we was playing against.
And me, you, Marco, Larry Mann, Ian Jackson. Shout out all you guys, man.
Yeah, man. Who did we play? We played? Who was that team? Jimmy, what's his name? That team that we went down to the Rainier Vista and cleaned up in the championship.
Man, there was a couple guys on that team. Will something. And then Hayward. I remember those guys from Massey. Why? I remember seeing them.
All Bellevue heads, though, man. We was all Bellevue heads just running around, just killing them.
Yep.
That's
man, it was live, bro. It was live. Yeah, man. So, shoot.
No shot clock.
Yeah, man. No shot clock, man. This is what it is. This is how we rolling. Like, we really just want to, this episode, just catch it up and have to know us where we came from, So.
For sure, man.
That's all it is.
Bring a lot of people on here, too, that probably surprise you guys, but we're gonna keep that under wraps and bring them out.
Yeah, man, we gonna have some guests on here too, man. We gonna spice it up. We gonna have people in the sports industry, business. We gonna come up and like how they got to where they're at and stuff. So that's a wrap on this first one.
Yeah. So, no shot clock. I'm Miguel.
Hey man, I'm Kamal. We out. Peace.